Hello beautiful people, good morning to you. Thanks for watching Payday Pawn Vlogs. Thank you so much. Some of you commenting and liking, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, today I'm going to share something more personal at the pawn shop because it's about life and people, and that humbles me to share that with you. And please stay till the end of this video. And I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And let's go. Hi, my name is Ali, and I've been pawnbroker almost half of my life now. So you get to see a lot of stuff, life, people, situation, and many things that happen to people. They're all real. And I decided to make this video. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy this. These are 5 strangest things, situations that happen at the pawn shop. So I'm going to elaborate one by one. I cannot share the names or the people, but I will try my best to present it. See if you like it. And life is real. Situations are real. People are real. The pains are real. Troubles are real. Everything is real. And that's what I get to see. And in today's video, number 1 is going to be rather emotional, touchy, and more humane, that feels you right here. We close at 6 o'clock, so right at 6 o'clock. Right after I locked my door, and I see somebody on the door and knocking. It was 2 ladies. One was an older lady, and one was younger. And I noticed the younger lady was pregnant. I could see the belly, and she could see, just kind of like physical stress on her. So I went to see the door, right by the door, and asking, and she says, I'm having a baby. I'm about to have a baby. I need to pawn this weed eater. I need to pawn this weed eater. And I'm on my way to the hospital, okay? She did that. I quickly opened up the door, and let her come inside, and I looked at it, and they were really on their way to go to the hospital, and she was about to have a baby, and she needed $20, okay? For some of you, $20 is not a whole lot of money, but in real life, the $20 can be a lifesaver. The gas money, the food money, the medication, something like that. So she comes in, and when I looked at a weed eater, it was an electric weed eater. And when I looked at it, it was kind of like, it was a piece of something that I might not be able to do anything. But understanding the situation, it was very crucial for me, And I grabbed it. I said, you know what? Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this pawning. Here's the $20. Go hit the hospital. And when the baby's born, please bring them so we can see the baby. So whenever I look at some good things that happened at the pawn shop, this one always kind of like rises to the top. Number 1 thing, it was such emotional, touchy, humane, that brings you closer to the people situation, And I'm sharing that with you. Like I said, I could not share the names and videos and pictures of those people that really, but these situations are real that happened over here. The number 2 situation that made it to this video, it's rather funny and real. So this guy comes in, young guy, comes in, and he says, oh, I've been to your store before with the friends, and remember, I could not pawn before because I was not 18 yet, and I turned 18 yesterday. And the number 1 thing that I did, I decided to come to the pawn shop, and I brought this DVD, 1 DVD, okay? And I want you to pawn it so I can prove the point that I can pawn. And I was just laughing, it was just funny. And for him, it was just important, So we did that. $1 loan on that DVD just to prove the point. So, I mean, you get to see these things. They are just so real. And it's just imaginably, these things, that obviously life is real, that just gave me a deep understanding with the people. Number 3 is, and this is really closer to my heart, okay? Because some of the things, they just leave that imprint in your mind that they will never leave from your head. It's just so nice. Whenever you have some bad moment, personally, whenever I have some bad moment, I think about this one, and this was so nice and touchy. Number 3 story is about a military guy, and it was about 5-6 years ago, and he was being deployed to Afghanistan, and prior to that he had pawned his guitar. I remember that, with a case and nice guitar, and there was Ebenezer or something like that, so he pawned it. And while he was to leave that day for Afghanistan, so while he was going to the airport, he stopped and he said, I came to pick up my guitar. So I reached in and he paid for it. And he picked up the guitar, and I said, you know what, good luck, and when you come back, we will talk again, blah, 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 just like normal, and he said, and he's rushing, he's got to reach at the airport so he can hit that plane, and he will be in Germany in 7-8 hours, and then he's got to go to Afghanistan. So I said, okay, yeah, there we go. So we did that. So he leaves, he picks up his guitars and leaves. Nothing happened, nothing. Never heard from him, he left. And more customers came in, and I was just busy. And when it just slowed down a little bit, I left the counter and just came outside the counter. And on the right side, actually, yes, from inside, if I'm sitting inside, on the right side of the counter, there was some more stuff sitting in there. And what I saw was a little bank envelope. The white one, you've seen it, when you draw the money from the bank, and you will see the envelope sitting over there, any bank that is. And I looked at it, and it felt like, there's something inside. So I grabbed it, and I am glad, thank God that I grabbed it. If there would have been somebody else, I don't think somebody will return it. Or there's some good people, they will return it. So I don't know, since I found that envelope. So I reached in and see, it was about $1,700 and some change, dollars in that envelope. I picked it up, brought it in, and showed it to my wife. And I did not know who they belonged to. Quite honestly, I did not know who they belonged to. So what would we do, Normally, if you found that money, what would you do? Business is one thing, and humane side and kindness is another thing, Not every situation is a money maker, okay? Because money is important, but situations that happen, who you are really should reveal itself, So what I did is I just put it somewhere and forgot about it. I said, you know what, this much money, if somebody lost it, they're sure gonna come back and ask, and we can just, kind of like give it to them and give it back to them. Or, I mean, nobody's gonna be quiet about if they left this much money. So we put that money away, and never ever heard from the guy, whoever that was. So what we did is we forgot about that, and 2 years went by. Many times I thought about, go ahead and donate to somebody, give it to the church or something like that. But something inside me will not settle with that. So 2 years later, the guy came back he's a resident, he lives in McDonough, and he used to work out of Fort Gillum or maybe Fort McPherson. So he comes back and he says, I want to buy a guitar or something like that. He wanted to buy something this time. He didn't want to pawn it. So we were just talking, how was the trip, and how did you like being in Afghanistan? Did you make some friends? how was it, how's the landscape, mountains in that country, and life, when you see the summertime, it's very harsh in that country, and wintertime is also very difficult, So he was there almost 2 years, give and take, And we started talking, and then he said, man, remember a long time ago, I came to your store, and I was picking up my guitar, and I picked it up, and I was rushing, I don't know. I'm sure, I didn't drop them over here, but I don't know where I dropped my money. It was such and such bank, and it would have been like $1,600-1,700 or so. So I don't know. I was in such a rush that I left, and I just kind of like did not remember where I dropped. So I looked at it. The money was still sitting, okay? But I wanted to give him a little shocker, a little surprise, and just didn't reach in and say, here it is, I did not do that. So I said, how would you feel if you can find that money now? And he said, no way, I cannot find. How I'm going to find the money? How? I said, I'm just asking, if you can find that money, well, how are you going to feel about that, right? How are you going to feel about that? And he said, I cannot believe that. I will be just shocked that it's still there somewhere, So I said, give me 1 second. I reached back there, and I picked up the envelope and brought it to him. Gave it to him. And when he opened up, honestly, he started crying, okay? Tears going down. That made me very emotional. Very emotional. See that. But in the meantime, in my heart, I was kind of like enjoying that moment and really appreciating and just feeling just more human than business, okay? I did that. So I gave it to him, and that made us friend for life. Customer is one thing, but it's got to be more than that. So that's how we do it. We reached to number 4, and number 4 is rather funny as heck. I have a customer, he drinks a lot. Personal choice, that's okay. I'm not supporting, I'm not hating anybody's drinking. This is a personal choice. So I was doing something with the cameras, I was maybe recording something for Facebook or something like that. So he comes in, slap drunk, and he carries a big old cup, and he calls it, that's my coffee. So he comes in, he said, what are you doing? I say, I'm about to do recording, and I'm going to put it on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. And then he is, slap drunk, and has a big cup in his hand. I will do your recording. I want to do the ad. I don't want to do the ad. Yet, I want to do the ad. I don't want to do the ad. So he was kind of like, just going back and forth. And he said, I will do that for $5. I will do that for $5. And when people are drunk, they're stuck in the state. They just keep saying the same thing over and over and over. And he was doing the same thing. Look, when you're sober, you need to come back so we can do this ad. I want you to do it. But you need to be sober, I cannot have you drunk on the ad. He goes like, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm okay. I can speak on the camera. So guess what? It's hard to negotiate with a drunk man. Any drunk man. It can be me, you, my daddy, anybody. It's very difficult to negotiate. So what I did was, I turned the camera on, and I said, okay. And he said, $5. I said, okay. You get $5. Okay, I'll pay you $5. Go ahead and start doing. So he started yakketing. Welcome to Payday Pawn, and these are the great people, and look, I'm right here, and I'm doing this ad for them. So I recorded a little thing, just like a child, okay? So I humored them. I gave them $5. But I think, whenever I reached into my memories, this is a very beautiful situation, Innocent, nothing wrong to drink. He was not driving. So I thought I'm going to share that with you, and that will show you my human side more. So enjoy it. So we reached to number 5. And the number 5 is totally different from everything else that I shared with you. Number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, they're totally different from number 5. Okay, we're just having this perfect day, people are coming in and out, they're pawning, selling, picking it out. Normal life at the pawn shop, So this guy comes in with a PS4, young guy, okay? PS4, and he said, I want to pawn my PS4. I said, okay, no problem, let's do it. Okay, he started pawning that. I got his ID and started writing serial number and his information and all that. We did that. And I've seen that guy one time at the pawn shop, never pawned anything, but he was back, and he was a decent looking guy, looked very normal to me, everything was fine, And I started writing, and I did the loan. I think it was like $80 or $100, something like that, And did the loan and picked up the PlayStation, and we wrap them, with the shrink wrap. Some of you, that pawn the game systems with us, we take care of the game systems and we wrap them, shrink wrap them, so they can stay together. And when you come back, they'll be in one piece, So that's what we do, And that's a good thing that we do, and that's also a good thing for us, to keep your things together. And so long story short, I just reached in, I just wrapped it up and put it on the next counter, which is the jewelry counter. And I put it down there because later on, I would just reach in and just take it to the place that we put that in on a shelf. Okay, here's the funny thing that happened. And everything else, I took his picture, and we're just finishing it. It's time to give him the money. Last thing, last step, time to give him the money. And guess who? A lady from the neighborhood, she shows up over there. And the next thing you know is that there's a police officer, a female cop. She shows up over there, right behind her. And I'm trying to understand what's going on here. And lady goes like, you pawned my PS4, my son's PS4, right? You've been to my house. I've seen you at my house. How did she find out that he picked up her PlayStation? Still a mystery. Later on, when they started talking, I said, we just did that. And she kept saying, you are a thief, this, that, another, and I got the police right here. I said, ma'am, look, let me talk to the police officer, see what the situation is. I can understand your concern and frustration, but we will talk about that. Right now, I need to talk to the police officer. So when I talked to the police officer, she's still with the Henry County Police Department. She's much senior now. And I said, man, what is going on, And she says, apparently, this gentleman comes to their home, and he's a friend with his, her son, and they play together, they play game systems together, and he was there. And he seems like he picked up his game system and brought it to you, and he just pawned it. And when she called the police, and we came quickly, and she says, I don't know where he took it. I don't know, because I'm suspecting that guy that he took the PlayStation. But I think, we'll go to the pawn shop, we just check it. So here's a dramatic thing, that they did not come over there to meet the guy. They were just checking with the pawn shop, see if he came by and he pawned or something like that. That's what they were doing. But he happened to be right there, and she recognized him, And that was a rather sad story that I shared with you. I would rather have good, beautiful, humane type, kind stories, nice stories that will stay in your heart for a long time, But this was so different, It just happened right in front of my eyes, and till this day, I wish he was never there to pawn anything, so I will never see him being arrested at the store and being booked up to the jail, and it's just a bad memory. But again, it's life. When you have great memories, good memories, you have bad memories. So that tops to number 5, okay? What do you think about these stories? What did you really understand from this, and what do you think these stories were? And these are all real, okay? These are not scripted. I didn't write them down. I did not copy them from anything to present it to you. These are real life stories that happened over here. I thought it would be nice to share more human side of me. Thank you so much for watching Payday Pawn Vlogs. Please keep being the part of it. Your presence is crucial for us. We have the store, but Payday Pawn Vlog is our social media connection. I want you to be our social media family, okay? All of you, that's important. So we can really share, enjoy, like, comment, and we can show more human side of. So, please support us on Payday Pawn Vlog. Please like, subscribe, and comment and share. You can do it, so we can do things bigger and better. Thank you so much for watching, okay? I will see you in my next video, okay? Till next time, you, my friend, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Merry Christmas to you. And just much more joy and happiness. Just be happy, regardless what the situation is. Because life is all about happiness. If you didn't live it, you're not happy, you will never know if you lived it. Catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.